I'm Leanna. This is my new home. After running through college, buying a home was the right option for me. Security Federal made it so easy. They handled everything on the financing side. I had all the time I needed to just focus on buying the house, finding the house. Buying a home has always been a goal of mine, and I'm really thankful to Security Federal for making that possible.
Tomorrow will start out dry, but we have a lot of rain on the way, beginning Tuesday evening, continuing into Wednesday, and then we'll have another chance of rain Friday into Saturday. I'll have all those details coming up.
Right now on News Channel 6 and 10, the Richmond County School System giving the community a look at its master plan. We'll hear from parents. Also ahead, details on why Augusta leaders are looking to revamp the Newman Tennis Center. And improving EV access in Georgia. How lawmakers want to make it easier to go electric. As your News at 10 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 10 on MeTV.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Brad Means. Thanks for joining us. Coverage you can count on begins tonight with a chance for people to have their say about the future of local schools. The Richmond County School System focusing on its master plan. Nikita Dennis, live in our Satellite News Center with the details. Nikita?
Yeah, Brad, a lot of shocked and upset people tonight hearing for the first time in person what could happen to some schools in the county.
And I think what's missing is the resources for the teachers. They're all over the dispersed in all these different schools.
They even showed C.T. Walker's building. They showed C.T. Walker's portrait. And then in the next breath, they're talking about tearing that building down. So I'm just feeling like there's some hypocrisy happening, and there's not much explanation about the decisions to go in that direction.
Richmond County School Board is reviewing recommendations from a consultant. It's part of a master plan meant to maximize student performance and state funding. The recommendations include school closures and consolidations.
I'm frustrated overall. I think so. On Facebook, for example, there was a lot of discussion about what the meeting would be about, and all of the responses were that anyone could go to any meeting and all of the schools would be discussed kind of at equal capacity, and obviously that's not happening here.
The consulting firm says its reasoning for consolidating and closing schools is due to a decline in enrollment. Monday's meeting was supposed to focus on the future of A. Bryan Mary Elementary School, but many in the crowd wanted to talk about C.T. Walker. Some parents say they may have to relocate.
I'm hoping that they're understanding that they're going to lose enrollees, not because of a lower birth rate, because I will be moving. I will not be staying in this district once my daughter finishes C.T. Walker.
Changes that they're making for next year won't affect C.T. Walker now, but in the next 2 years, it will. So we're trying to figure out exactly what happened, get the best thing for the children. You know, C.T. Walker, like I said, it's its own culture. I don't know about any other school, but here it's Wildcat Country is what we like to call it. You know, we're family.
Parents say although this news is unfortunate, they want the best for their kids.
You know, I got one of my children spelling bee champion for the elementary spelling bee champion. I'm proud of him. Second place, first place, whatever it was, son. You know, this one right here, they just love school. And without C.T. Walker, it wouldn't be that way.
This was the first of 6 public meetings. The next meeting is for Spirit Creek Middle School and Gracewood Elementary School. Live in the Satellite News Center, Nikita Dennis, WJBF News Channel 6.
Nikita, thanks. And you can find more information about future public information sessions on our website, WJBF.com. Augusta leaders getting set to put new. It is time now to take a first look at our weather, and for that, we want to check in with Jenna Petracci. I glanced at the radar before the newscast. A lot of rain on it.
That's right. It's not here yet, but it is definitely headed in our direction, and by this time tomorrow, we will have a lot of rain across the area. But in the meantime, it's a dry night now as we take a live look at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview Camp at Augusta Regional Airport. Winds are calm, and it was a very warm start to the work week. We reached 77 degrees. Our low was also 10 degrees above average at 52, and no rain today anywhere in the CSRA. Right now, we're under clear skies. Temperatures in those mid to upper 50s. 59 in Swainsboro, 54 in Aiken. Barnwell, you're at 55. Augusta at 58 degrees now. 60 still in Wrightsville, and 60 as well in Lincolnton and Waynesboro. Those winds coming in from the east, everyone under 6 miles per hour. Highest wind speed up in Edgefield, 5 in Aiken, calm winds in the metro. So we're actually wedged between two different systems now. So you probably noticed earlier we did have a good bit of sunshine, and that was because we had this low pressure off to our east and another system to the west, and in between there's actually high pressure. So it was a really nice, sunny, and warm day. Now we're starting to see some high-level clouds approach our western counties as this low pressure system with all this rain that Brad was talking about is going to move in our direction. So no severe weather over here, but there is a decent amount of thunder and lightning. And tomorrow morning, or tomorrow evening, I should say, is when we'll start to see some rain, and then by Wednesday morning we could have some storms. So there's a closer look at it now, moving into western Alabama, but for us tomorrow morning, mostly cloudy skies. There will be some areas of patchy fog as well, temperatures in those low 50s. So the morning fog is possible, warm temperatures all week long. Clouds return tomorrow afternoon, and we're also going to see that rain again Friday and Saturday. I'll have all those details coming up. Back to you, Brad.
All right, Jenna. Augusta Commissioner Jordan Johnson is. And back here at home, how about the students at Norris Elementary School wrapping up Black History Month with a bang with their Black History Live Museum. There you see the students portraying a different person, past and present, who have been a part of Black history. This year, the school also included local people who have influenced history. The Norris Elementary Black History Live Museum will be back next year. Bigger and better, they say. They did a great job this year. And you can find the whole story on our website, WJBF.com. Still ahead, a proposed bill that requires local sheriffs and jailers to cooperate with federal immigration authorities. Details when your news at 10 continues.
And above average temperatures all this week, including the lows. We will be in the low 50s the majority of this week. And more details on the temperatures and rain chances when we return.
Over the last
Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Good Monday evening to you. Pretty nice conditions so far tonight. Here's a live look at our Terry Limber Hyundai Skyview Cam over in Aiken. It is dry, it's clear, and temperatures aren't too cold. We're sitting at 58 degrees, dew points in the low 50s. Winds are calm, visibility is perfect, but we will see some patchy fog possible tomorrow morning. Temperatures really not changing too much. We'll go down to around the 50-degree mark in some spots, but right now, already down into the upper 50s. 57 in Sparta and Sandersville, 54 in Aiken. Barnwell, you're at 55 and still hanging on to the 60s in Waynesboro, 63 degrees, and 60 now in Thompson. Satellite and radar showing us in between two different systems. We have this one low pressure system up in the mid-Atlantic, bringing some rain to North Carolina all the way up to around New Jersey. For us, it's been a nice sunny day and it's clear so far, but we do have these high-level clouds streaming in from the west ahead of an additional low pressure system that is really lighting up parts of the deep south with some thunder and lightning. Also, a lot of heavy rain down here. So nothing severe at this time, all just some general thunderstorms that we could see move into the parts of Georgia later on tonight. But for us, we will stay dry through our Tuesday morning. Temperatures starting out around 50 degrees, climbing into those low 70s, mostly cloudy throughout the day, and then by around 5 o'clock, that's when the CSRA could have a chance of rain. Now, temperatures staying pretty consistent this week with those low to mid 70s, really not changing nearly as much as they did last week. Now, as we have another system come through over the weekend, that'll drop us down into the mid 60s, but no major cool downs headed our way. Now, those rain chances are pretty high Tuesday, Wednesday, and then again Friday and Saturday. So pretty wet second week of March. So let's talk about it now on Futurecast. Tomorrow at 6 a.m., as I mentioned, some of this rain making it into western Georgia, but for us, we'll keep it dry until, say, around 4 or 5 o'clock. That's when we'll start to see some light rain moving in. This low pressure system moves right over our area. Possibly some rumbles of thunder and lightning early Wednesday morning, and then some lingering showers into Wednesday night. That's 6 o'clock. Now, the cold front comes through. We'll have high pressure take back over, and Thursday, we'll actually see some sunshine. No chance of rain at all. Now, here's a closer look. Tuesday at 4 p.m., our western counties will get hit with the rain first. It moves further off towards the northeast, and by around 8-10 o'clock, pretty good chance of rain. So this time tomorrow will definitely be rainy, but the bulk of it comes in overnight. So that's the good news. Most of this will be happening when you're sleeping. If you're up early in the morning, though, 4 a.m., you definitely will hear some heavy rain. Once again, some thunder and lightning possible. I'm not concerned about flooding, though, or severe weather. And then just some scattered showers as we go throughout the day on Wednesday. You can see that counterclockwise spin as the low moves right through our area. Now on Friday, another low pressure system moves through. We'll start out the day dry once again, then by Friday evening, some heavy rain moving in. This continues overnight once again, and then to our Saturday. Most of the rain over, though, by Saturday afternoon and evening, just a few showers around, and then Sunday will be dry. Rainfall totals anywhere between 1 to 2 inches for Tuesday into Wednesday, and then we could get up to around 5 inches in some of our western counties when you combine the rain that comes on Friday and Saturday as well. 10-day forecast, once again, showing Thursday as our dry day. All week long will be warm, temperatures in the 70s as for those highs, and then the lows will be in the 50s, and then next week a little bit cooler and back to sunshine.
All right, Jenna, thanks. There is a proposed bill in Georgia to let officers arrest anybody they think
Back to you.
Coming up, an exciting day of college golf out at Palmetto Golf Club. And the South Carolina Gamecocks basketball team taking home some special honors. Kira is next with sports. Folks.
Now, WJBF sports coverage you can count on.
It was a beautiful day for golf, and 15 college teams got together for the Cleveland Palmetto Intercollegiate taking place at Palmetto Golf Club in Aiken. The 15 teams played 36 holes of golf, and by the end there was so much excitement and lots of movement on the leaderboard. One of our local teams, the USC Aiken Pacers, were out on the links on Monday. They finished tied for first at 5 over, right behind Davidson College. They'll be back out there on Tuesday for another 18 holes. We'll be keeping an eye on the leaderboard as we see who wins the 2024 Cleveland Palmetto Intercollegiate. The Greenbrier soccer team has started their season undefeated with 5 straight wins, which puts them in first in the Region 5A standings. They look to earn another big win over Statesboro on Monday, and they got off to a strong start, leading 3-0 in the first half. A great pass to Devin Johnson will tack one more onto the board. The Wolfpack lead 4-0 with 11 minutes to play. But Greenbrier had one more big score in them before the break. They'll find the back of the net, and the Wolfpack take a 5-goal lead into the locker room. Head coach Rob Husted said, "It's been a long road getting here, but he's really pleased with the way the season has started."
Look at our ball movement. We're moving the ball around really well. We're doing a very good job keeping the pressure on defense especially. We finished very well for the first time all year. It's been a long road getting there, but we're actually putting the ball in the back of the net, which is exactly where we need to be. We have spent a lot of time trying to figure out who we are this year. We lost a lot of really good players last year at graduation, and really just trying to figure out what kind of team we are and how we fit together as a team and as a family, really. We brought in a lot of new guys, and they are really adapting well. They loving being part of this team. They've all really bought into what we're doing here, and I think we got a really good future for it.
Greenbrier got the shutout win over Statesboro 7-0. Their next game will be on Friday at Ware County. The Augusta Jaguars softball team took on Les McRae on Monday for a doubleheader. They dropped Game 1 13-0, but in Game 2 they bounced back. They won 6-5 in the bottom of the 8th after the game went into extra innings. The Jags will be back in action on Tuesday as they hit the road to take on Catawba in a doubleheader. Game 1 of that series will be at 1 p.m. The South Carolina Gamecocks basketball program had a pair of players pick up SEC Player of the Week honors. On the women's side, sophomore Ashlyn Watkins became the 4th Gamecock this season to claim SEC Player of the Week. Coming off the bench in both games, Watkins was South Carolina's top scorer for the week with 17 points per game, helping the Gamecocks close out their 2nd straight undefeated regular season with a pair of victories. She also added 7.5 rebounds per game, the 2nd best on the team last week. And then on the men's side, junior guard Michi Johnson earned both SEC and National Player of the Week honors. He's just the 2nd Gamecock to be named the National Player of the Week since its creation in 2016. Johnson averaged 23.5 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 3 assists per game last week as he helped lead 17th ranked South Carolina to a pair of wins. A big congrats to both of those ballers. And finally, in even more Gamecock news, senior star Tahina Paopao announced on Monday night via social media that she will be returning to South Carolina for her 5th year of college. The Gamecocks lost a lot of talent last year, but you wouldn't know it based on their perfect record this season. A huge congratulations to Tahina. We look forward to seeing you on the court for SC next year. That does it for sports.
Take a look in your car. And last but not least, a veteran of the National Guard and retired police officer looking to help out fellow service members.
He wants to give them an easier way to acclimate to jobs outside of those two industries. Austin Brissett with more on the On-Call project.
Being a former first responder and military, what's the drive that made you go, this has to happen?
Seen too many people die early.
Really?
I've seen too many of my first responder friends that have died.
A former police officer for 25 years and military veteran, Jeff Moorfield's focus has turned to helping others like him with his nonprofit, the On-Call Project. The mission to help first responders find work outside of public service or even into retirement. Moorfield says it's all about providing resources for professional development and personal growth.
And we want to reinvest them in a different way into the community, stabilize their family, elongate their lives, give them that whole holistic picture.
Moorfield says his team's research shows a lot of first responders only live 5 to 7 years after they leave the field. For some, the fear and anxiety of that transition is too much.
It's the unknown. What I like to say is our switch is always on, but we're never taught how to dim it.
Personality tests, health, finances, resume building, mentorship, interview skills, and finding a purpose. All things Moorfield says can help that switch, just as he had to help his own after his final call with Edmond Police.
Boy, what a wonderful effort.
Yeah, very, very impressive. Well, for our 10-day forecast, it's going to be pretty rainy this week. We're starting out our Tuesday dry, but then by the evening hours, we do have a pretty good chance of rain. Another warm one as well, high of 73, staying in the low to mid-70s all this week. We'll dry out on Thursday, and then another chance of rain and clouds comes in Friday and Saturday.
All right, Jenna, thanks. And that's it for us. We're back at the top of the hour on News Channel 6 at 11.
Hogan's Heroes is next here on MeTV.